Hello, good afternoon. This is Deborah Wright. Welcome in. I am so happy that you can be here with me today. Just wanted to talk to you today about, just setting some SMART goals. So first, I have a question for you. I love to ask questions. Um, have you ever felt that things were moving so fast that, you couldn't seem to achieve everything that you wanted? I'm sure you can. There's so much time in the day. We've got 24 hours and, I haven't accomplished what I set out to do. Well, guess what? I know how that feels. See, I can understand exactly how you're feeling. So for me, I I had always wanted to write a book. And for years and years and years, I kept saying, I'm going to write my book. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I never got around to doing it. See, I had kept everything up in my head and I hadn't written it down on paper. So after a while, I was like, okay, you know, I have to do something about it. So I'd have moments where I would sit down and I would start writing. I'd probably write maybe a paragraph, or I'd write maybe a chapter, not even a chapter, honestly. I would write down, what I want to write about, and then I would let it go because I didn't really take time to set it aside and say, this is what I'm going to do. So it was in 2003, no, 2013, when, you know, my my world, as you would want to say, sort of fell apart. My marriage had come to an end, and here I was, and I'm thinking, okay, this is what life has thrown me. How am I going to work on this? What am I going to do? And, it's just like, okay, what do I do now? You're there. You've got all these dreams, you've got all these goals, and you're just sitting on your laurels and you just don't know what you're going to do. And so I decided that, I will take another chance at starting my writing my book. Did I actually start? No. I thought about it. I thought about it and I thought about it some more. And then eventually I traveled back to my home country of Trinidad and Tobago. I thought, you know what? Okay, I don't want to be in Canada right now. I need to set up myself so that I can find me and I can do the things that I want to do and I can just relax and then I can start writing. I did. I started. Did I complete it? No. I started it and I just put it down again. But I did something differently. In 2017, I decided that I am going to do a vision board. And that's when things started to change. I got on there and I made a really nice board. And one of the things, as a matter of fact, I put a few things on that board. I put that I was going to complete my book. I was going to travel. I was going to speak. I was going to get a car. I was going to get different things. And by putting it down on that board, I could see that board every day. Basically, once I walked into the other room, I can always see that board. And as I made my intention known, eventually I started writing. And so tonight, what we're going to talk about is just taking focused action to create a better future for yourself. And how do you do that? We're going to do that by setting SMART goals. SMART. So SMART goals, it's an acronym. And what it is, it's specific, it's measurable, it's achievable, it is relevant, and it is time bound. So we're going to talk about the acronym as we go along. So when you're going to set goals, let me ask you, have you ever stopped to set goals? Have you ever had a chance where you had to sit down and you had to make some specific goals? I know I did. Just like we're talking about writing a book, I had to make specific goal setting. Like I set my goals so that I can now, um, see where I am, like we talked about yesterday, see where I am now and start writing and see where I'm going to go. So, specific goals, you want to make sure that you are clear and you're concise and you're taking concise action about the goals that you're going to set. So you can't just you know, haphazardly. You want to set smart goals. Hey Grace, thank you for watching. Allison, thank you for coming in. Just hope you get something from this afternoon. So we want to do specific. So that's the S in SMART. Specific. So it has to be clear and concrete, action oriented. So I wanted to start my book. I wanted to write my book. So that was my specific goal. So when I made that goal, I had to now measure it. Can I actually get this thing done? Remember, when you're doing a book, the writing part of the book is you setting time aside. As my coach, Dr. Johnson, would say, 1 hour a day, 1 hour every day writing, just finding that space and writing 1 hour every day. So that is fine. You can get that done. You just have to organize your time and you get that done. But it wasn't just about timing. It wasn't just about having the time to do it. I knew that there was a cost to it. So there was money that had to be spent. So when I'm talking about all of that, the measurable part of it, I had to think about the time that I wanted to do it, how I had to do it. And not only that, but I had to measure it by, I would need finances to make it come to pass as well. So I did that, and I kept going on my journey. Did I do it every single day? No. If I did it every single day, I would have probably finished it further ahead of time. Or, whatever. It could have been, maybe I might have had more words. I might have had a bigger chapter. I don't know. But I didn't really follow the rules because I didn't know the rules. I just learned the rules and I'm so excited about it. The next thing is the A. So we did this S, and S is specific. The M is measurable. A is achievable. And is it possible? Is it realistic? Can I really get this done? So I'm just doing a book. A book is actually, for some people, it's a small thing to do. But if you are not a writer and you're just sitting down, you're just thinking, I have a story to tell and I want to tell my story. It's something really good. It's a goal because every one of us have a story inside of us. And you know what, frankly, I learned that the cemetery is full of bestsellers, right? Full of bestsellers. People died without writing their bestsellers. They died without writing that book. Every one of us, we've been through something and we can write. Every one of us. I don't care how dumb you think you are, you can write something and you can get somebody to help you. So that's all good, right? So we want to make sure, so coming back to our SMART goals, we want to make sure that those goals are relevant. So you want to know, why am I doing this book? What do I want to get out of this? All that sort of thing. It's relevant to you, right? It's relevant to you. So we also, is it, can I meet, is it connecting back to my objectives? What do I want? I want to write a book and I want to publish that book, right? So yes, it's relevant. When I think about it, it is relevant. And then the next thing that we want to do is look at the timing. So the T in SMART. So remember, S is for specific, M is for measurable, A is for achievable, R is for relevant, and then time. When do I want to bring my book out? When do I want to be published? When do I want to put my book out in the market? So all these things are something that you have to think about. For me, I started in 2017. I made my intention. And you know what? Sometimes all it takes is an intention. What is my intention? I want to write a book. I want to buy a home. I want to buy a car. I want to start a business. What is your intent? Right? What do you want to do? These are the things I want to do. And so you bring all that together, and then you've just set yourself a SMART goal. So now you know it's relevant to what you want to do. It's specific, it's measurable, it's achievable. Writing a book is very achievable. You can do that, and you do your research, you do stuff. But a lot of times our first book, a lot of it comes from the stories that we have. It's not just a story, it's our life, the things that we have gone through, and the things that maybe we're still going through, but we have such a wealth of information inside of us that people need to hear our story. Your story is worth millions of dollars. I'm not just talking in selling the books, but so much more. You are worth so much more. Your story. My goodness, it's amazing. I've spoken to some people. I've heard some people's stories that hasn't been written yet, and you listen to them, and the tears would come down your eyes because why? It is so like it's what they've walked through. Sometimes they're telling that story and tears are coming down their eyes, but guess what? I'm crying too, because it's so profound. Each of us have a story inside of us. I know we're talking about goals and stuff, but writing a book is a goal, right? Writing a book of is a goal. I have written one book, and I've just written a chapter in another book. So that book, Broken Trust, is also now a bestseller. And so as we keep going and we start putting our goals down on paper, get whatever your goals are. It doesn't have to be a book. Whatever your goals are, put it down on paper and just start looking at them. You time them. Okay, so 3 months, I want to accomplish so and so. In 3 months, okay, say for me, in 3 months, I wanted to accomplish my first 4 chapters. I did that. Okay. Then I say, where do I want to be in 6 months? Where do I want to be in 9 months? Where do I want to be in 12 months? Okay. So in 12 months, I want to bring my book to the market. And I did that. I was able not just to write the book, but I was able to publish it and bring it to market. So I went from the conception. I started to put my goals down. I made sure that they were SMART goals, that they were specific, they were measurable, they were achievable, they were relevant, and it was time specific. And then in January, hang on, I got to think about this. Sometimes I forget dates. In February 2019, I had my book published and I was able to share it with the world. So tonight, what I'm trying to say to you is that if you have goals and dreams that's just sitting inside of your head, please, I'm begging you tonight, just write it down and you will be able to check the boxes off. Do you know how good it feels to check the boxes? It feels amazing. When I held my book in my hands, it was the most amazing thing that I had done. It was absolutely amazing. I said to myself, oh my God, I actually did what I set out to do. So let me tell you something today. You can do it. Set your goals, set SMART goals. SMART, I will say it again, they are specific, they're measurable, they're achievable, they are relevant, and it is time bound. So right in there is a lot to unpack, but I trust today that you had a good what I said to you made a difference, so that now you can think about, I gotta go set some SMART goals. Listen, I am rooting for you. Those of you that have joined me, thank you so much for joining me. And I'm going to be back on tomorrow. We're going to talk a little bit more, and we're going to have an amazing time. So I want to sign off tonight. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Mwah.